What's up, everyone, and welcome to season 4, episode 4 of Girl You Know What podcast. I am your host, Tahir,
And I'm Keisha.
and today, as you heard, there was no music, nothing, because this is like going to be a very, as you said, somber
Yeah,
day.
today is a somber day and like a serious episode.
Yeah,
Uh,
so no trap music today, girl, because I mean, it's just one thing after another, and I mean, you don't like talking about things like this, but you have to. You have to get it out there. And I mean, and I shouldn't say you don't. You don't like talking about it, but it's good to talk these things out. You
yeah,
know.
I
So
mean, but we
yeah.
don't have a choice.
Right. Right.
We haven't been given a choice in this matter, in either matter,
Mhm.
where we have the luxury to not talk about it.
Right.
Um, the first thing we can start with, because we have very little information about it. Um, what was it? December the 22nd, I believe. I feel like that date is ingrained in my head.
It was around that date. Yeah.
The On an evening in Columbus, Ohio, downtown, a woman was door dashing. She went inside to get her DoorDash order, where she had her car running outside, and inside her car she left her two twin boys. Um, in the midst of her coming inside of Donato's to pick up her DoorDash order, a young lady who the people at Donato's were very familiar with because they seemed to know her first and her last name. She went out and jumped into the DoorDasher's car, taking off with her twins on the inside. I'm sure everybody's heard this story. Everybody knows this story. She went on to, I think a day later, drop off one twin at the Dayton Metropolitan Airport. In the parking lot, she went on and kept the other twin for another day or two, I believe. I think it was about 2 days,
Mhm.
where she did finally leave him um, in the parking lot of another pizza place. So the second baby that she left was in the hospital for a few days because she left the baby. It was in Indiana. And she left, the baby was in the hospital for at least, what, 3 days?
Yeah.
Um,
It was
he was
something
able
like
to
that.
come home the day before Christmas, or it was like the day after Christmas.
Mhm.
Somewhere around there, he was able to come home. Now, last night we learned that the first baby that was found, Ky'air, I pray I'm saying his name right,
Mhm.
has passed away. His mother put a post up on social media saying that he had a seizure and, please allow us to grieve because he's no longer with us. Um, and like I told you, I got on Facebook at 4 o'clock this morning, which is, normal. My boyfriend has to go to work. So when I'm up and I see everybody like who we went to high school with putting all these posts up, like, oh, I hate this city, and and I'm like, oh God, somebody got killed. I'm thinking that somebody who we went to school with, got
Mhm.
hurt, or like was no longer with us. So I'm like, oh God, like, I don't want to see this. I didn't want to really know the details of what happened, so I hurry up and got off of.
Mhm.
Um, Went to sleep, woke up, and I had a text message from my little cousin. If I'm 43, she's 33. And she was like, sent me the post of what the mother put up. And she, told me the baby passed away. And I immediately was like, what? Like, how? And my cousin goes on to say, so I'm not the only one who thinks this is strange. Like, this seems strange to me.
Mhm.
And I just said to you before we got on the air, the people who I fault in this situation, which we don't know, I don't know before I make this statement because it has not been made public knowledge. So we really won't know until everything is comes out. But my fault is with Franklin County Children's Services.
Listen.
because even though this was a kidnapping and it was tragic, the day she got both of those kids back, she should have had a children's services case.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, I understand that she is a mother, and I understand because, see, I understand that she's a mother, and I understand that she's struggling, and I understand she had to do whatever she had to do to make sure her kids had a Christmas, blase, blase, blah. I completely understand it. But if this was a regular thing, Danielle,
Mhm.
if this was just any other mother and somebody walked down the street and saw her kids in the car, they would have called the police,
Right.
which in turn would have started a children's services case.
Mhm.
So when she got those kids back, did y'all just give them back to her? And just we was all happy and then everybody just went on their way?
Right. I mean,
What she did is a criminal offense.
right. Yeah.
I'd like to be clear about that. And women, y'all already heard what I said about y'all last week. That y'all like to do stuff and not be held accountable for it. But you like when men do stuff, you want us to nail them to the wall. We got to stop that.
Mhm.
A man would have did the same thing and left some kids in a car. He would have went to jail.
Mm.
Now I'm not saying she should have gone to jail, but children's services should have definitely opened the case.
Yeah.
Like that's not a there's no question that they should have opened the
They
case.
should have opened a case, but one thing that really pisses me off, and we've been through this with our family, Ohio is one of those states that is very mother friendly. And there are a lot of states that are like that. So they'll, because they, and I think what it is, and I hate to say this, but this is what I truly think, they don't want a lot of cases. They don't want a lot of issues, coming their way, which that's what they're there to do. And I'm talking about children's services.
And I think it's a Columbus thing.
Because there are certain instances that happen that the parents, especially when it's the mother. Let's just talk about mothers right now, because
Right.
she's the mother. They shouldn't get their kids back immediately. There
Yeah.
should be cases open, and there are so many instances where that doesn't happen, and something ends up happening to the child. And I just truly think that they don't care, because it's just like they don't want to deal with the headache, they don't want to deal with this, they don't want to do that, whatever. And it's almost to the sense where it's like, well, if the child's not near death, there's nothing we're going to do about it. And that might seem extreme, but that's pretty much what it is.
And I really do believe that is a Columbus thing because my niece just was recently working at children's services here in
Mm-hmm.
Montgomery County,
Mm-hmm.
and they gonna take your kids.
See what I'm saying?
If the school call, they come into the school.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna interview. They're gonna put you on some kind of improvement plan. They're going to be involved.
Right.
They're rarely, and I never. I mean, the whole time she worked there, never did I hear her say, "Oh, we released the case, like we released it." No, no, they involved. They moving you forward. You're going
Mm-hmm.
to have a case. You're going to have a children's services case. I don't even. It doesn't even feel like the option of. It doesn't really feel like they're going into the situation. I'm only talking about in Montgomery County.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like they're going into the situation like, oh, well, maybe we can house them with family, or maybe we can, okay, well, this allegation is not really that serious, or oh, this is really nothing. Somebody probably just, no, let's move it on. Put it to ongoing.
Right.
No, you're going to have a case, at least here. And I
Yeah.
have always said this about Columbus, and this situation makes me believe it even more. And
Mm-hmm.
what you said really makes me believe it. Y'all do a good job of hiding your struggling people.
Mm.
Good job of acting like the city is nice and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
You do a good job of hiding homeless people.
Mm-mm.
You do a good job of being the capital of the state.
Mm-hmm.
You do a good job.
Yeah, I
I mean,
agree.
because I have said this. in wanting to like branch out services to Columbus. It's like, but what do you do? It
Mhm.
seems like everything is running like a well-oiled machine. Like
That's
it
yeah.
doesn't seem like help is needed. Like I remember growing up, we knew who the poor people were.
Mhm.
We knew what areas to go to where the services may have been needed. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we knew like, okay, this is where we can give out food or this is where you can do this. Now I want you to honestly think about it because you still live there.
Mhm.
Where are the, as I'm using the word poor, I'm sorry for, for lack of a better word, but
Mhm.
where are the struggling people? Where are the poor people at in Columbus?
Right. I mean,
Where do they live?
on the streets.
But where? Do you see them?
Mm-mm.
Like, where do
They
you
hide
see?
them.
I mean,
You
I
don't
want
see them
people to, the people in Columbus who really hear this, I really want you to think about it.
because, and this is the thing too. Like they hide them, but they're hiding them in between all these fixed up homes. They're hiding them between people who like you have two $400,000 homes in the quote unquote hood. Let's just keep it real and say what it is because that's what it's always been. You have two right there that have just been fixed up, and you have a nice little cute little family who moved in those homes or whatever, got a little bit of coin. And then next door, you got this little rundown house that you just look over because you see these
The
two
nice house.
the nice houses. Yeah, so they're there. They're still in their areas, but they're
They do a good job of acting like
they're
they don't
yeah,
exist.
they don't exactly. That's what I was trying to say. They act like they don't exist. They're
Yeah,
hiding them. Yeah.
they do a good job of just
Mhm.
acting like they don't exist. And it's the strangest thing to grow up in a place and to know the true fabric of a place
Mhm.
and then come back to that place and see it be like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
It don't feel real.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel, it's like very white of you. Like
Yeah.
it feels, it does, it feels weird.
And the thing about it too, like I'm glad you said that because a lot of these quote unquote black leaders that we have here, they don't care about that. They just care about making their money and being seen and being accepted, looking like they're doing a good thing for the white people. But the ones that are actually doing stuff, the black, and they're not even considered leaders because they won't give them that title. They're hiding them too because they're out here telling the truth.
Yeah,
And
it's definitely a sad situation. It's
right.
one of the reasons I don't want to come home.
And you know what? And it's just like for as much progression as Columbus has, because there is a lot here, there's
Mhm.
also a lot of regression for people who are like us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I make good money. So, God forbid something happens to my grandmother and, leave the house and, get another place on my own. I have options.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on a house if that's what I want, or I'm not going to
Mhm.
spend $2,000 rent, if I decide to get, rent, whatever. But I have options. There are people who don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
That's very true.
yeah, so it's just like,
There's a story that was came out a couple of days ago
uh huh.
here in Montgomery County, and and mind you, I worked for a company who the whole I don't want to say theme, motto of the company was until there is no homelessness.
Right.
And now there is a story out that says homelessness in this county is on the rise because of rent, to the point where they're
Mm-hmm.
saying so there are there are three shelters here. There is the men's shelter, there is the battered women's shelter, which is the YWCA,
Right.
which is housed in the YWCA. There is the family shelter, and the family shelter is technically for women, but it's for women, children, and families. If
Mhm.
you are, and you don't have to be legally married. It used to be a thing because St. Vincent's runs the shelter where you had to be a legal husband and wife to stay in the family shelter. But now, if you are just a family unit, your boyfriend, your child, that's the shelter that they will send you to, the family shelter.
Oh,
So
okay.
the family shelter has gotten so crowded. And I posted this on my Facebook page because they were asking people for more towels and more wash rags.
Mhm.
So I shared that and it showed their I think they also said they have an Amazon wish list for like things that they need in the shelter.
Okay.
It's to the point that they have so many people, there are so many people homeless now that they're thinking they're going to have to stop taking people. They're going to have to close and not close the doors like shut down, like and send all the people away,
Mhm.
but they're going to have to shut intake down basically.
Mm.
So the lady was like, "We're just asking if you have a family member and you know that this family member, is does not have housing, please try to house them with you
Right.
instead of making them come to the shelter because with job the job situation, the job market, but with inflation, inflation is the thing that's killing it and that's
Mhm.
creating homelessness
Yeah.
because the process is I used to go into the shelter and do case management through the company I worked for because that company did all the case management in all the shelters except the YWCA.
Mhm.
So what you do is um, you come into the shelter, you meet with the case manager, and the case manager basically takes all your information and they tell you, okay, these are the options that we have like as far as apartments, as far as places you want to live. Are you employed? Do you have a job? And sometimes people who don't have a job, okay, well, let's send you this way so we can first try to find you some employment. We find you a job, we send you on interviews. If you already have a job, let's send you this way. And this way is let's get you some housing. Do you have any evictions? Okay, well, don't worry about it. We work with people who have evictions. And there's this whole process. But the problem is this you might have a job, and we're talking about people who probably have limited education and they're probably making eight, $900 every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
That's not enough for what rent is.
No.
The problem is, and I want to be clear about this when people were screaming, oh, I want to get paid more, I want to get paid more. I never really thought that that was the answer because I always say you have to be careful what you ask for because there are trickle down effects to what you ask for.
Mhm.
What has happened is you requested such a high wage. Excuse me, my throat's a little throat off today. I told you that.
Oh, you're okay.
You request such a high wage. Anytime there is a raise in wages, there's always an increase in prices for everything. Like
Mhm.
we all know that. Like if
Yeah.
you long enough and had a job long enough, you know that that's what happens.
Mhm.
What has happened is your wage increase was so large that the price and demand of things it also had to raise.
And
So
let's not just talk about, inflation like when it trickles down to that, but also when you make more money, you get into especially when it's a huge increase, you go into a different tax bracket.
there we are.
And also, let me say this. I've been saying this for years. When you're single, you don't have any kids,
Yeah,
you get taxed ridiculous. A lot
yeah.
of people were like, "Oh, but you don't have any kids." And that's the purpose. That's the reason why, because I don't have any dependents, to take care of, so I don't quote unquote really need that extra money, the child tax credits. Of course I don't need all that cuz I don't have kids.
Mhm.
But
Right.
I saw somebody post today for the first time, they had to file taxes because all their kids are now out of the house, or they're grown.
All that. I know there was.
Yeah.
I
And,
saw.
and I told her, I said, girl, I
And
said,
she said,
hey,
like, I'm slow. I'm slow to file. Like, I don't. I'm not in a rush
yeah.
to file these
Uh-huh.
taxes.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, look, I'm like we've been telling y'all for years, and it's just like it's not a game out here. Now you're seeing it, and it's only your first year.
Mhm.
So it's just like you got to, like you said, you got to watch what you ask for because
Yeah.
yeah, you do want to make more money. Trust me, I want to make more money than where I'm at now. Everybody wants to make more money, but then like I think about it too, like we just got to increase. Like where I work, we get like a yearly
Right.
increase or
Right.
whatever. So, and that's just given, that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty decent one. And
Yeah.
from what my salary was in December to now, my first check that I got that had the increase on it this past week, well, last week, I could tell that more taxes were taken out just that quick.
Yeah.
So it's like you almost don't see the increase,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean, unless you have those extra credits that you can claim.
Right.
So but anyway, yeah, so it is a trickle down effect and people need to watch that.
Yes,
Watch
they
what
need
you
to
wish for.
understand that. And so, I'm not, again, I'm sorry, I apologize, but let's just be honest. Some of you are asking for increases where your skill set does not match.
That yeah.
I literally saw a girl who is a home health aide refuse a job for $15 an hour. And I was thinking to myself, what is that? So $15 is bad money an hour
Right. Especially
for
for a home
somebody
health aide, no
for a
shade.
home health aide?
Yeah.
I I was I was some of these things that y'all be saying, I be speechless. I be really speechless, like because I just don't. I definitely know that you don't understand, like because what you see is, oh, well, the prices out here are living is higher. Well,
Mhm.
you do what everybody else does. You go increase your education,
Right.
you know, or but see now what has happened is this increase, and when one agent or one property owner saw that, oh well, I can get about $300 more from this thing.
Mhm.
Oh, I can get 450 more. Oh well, I can increase the price on my house listing by 10, 15 more $1,000.
Mhm.
Once one saw that they can get away with it and saw that people were actually paying it, then listen, it became the okay fucking corral out here.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible
It
now.
is.
So now you've asked for this wage increase, but guess what? You can't even afford shit now.
Because they're going to keep the more money people are making, they're going to keep increasing the gas prices. They're going to keep increasing groceries. I posted the other day that I paid $4.99 for some freaking store brand eggs. I was pissed, but I needed them.
Yeah, I did too.
You know what I mean? So it's
I'm
just
gonna be honest with y'all. So I ain't really been tripping about the eggs, and here's why. I ain't really been tripping about the eggs because I used to be out here buying eggs from Myers and Kroger's.
uh huh.
Do y'all remember when eggs was like $2? And
Yeah.
I'm not talking about $2 for 12 eggs.
It was
I
like
used to get this case of eggs from Myers.
yeah.
And if the price was so shocking to me sometimes, I would be like, well, I'm gonna buy two. Like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just gonna buy two.
Right.
To the point where it would be weeks I wouldn't need eggs from the grocery store. So I do see like, oh damn, eggs is $4.
Mhm.
But I also be like, I mean, I've paid $1 before. It's not like it's not gonna kill me because I've saved so much
Mhm.
in the past. Now, would I pay $8 for eggs? Absolutely not.
Oh
I don't
no.
think I would do that.
Mm-mm.
I think places in New York, which everything is higher there, they're paying like $9 for eggs.
Oh
I would
yeah.
suggest that you all do that.
I know.
Leave them there.
Yeah. Because they're just going to keep keeping them for $9. People buying
Yes,
them.
find a different alternative. I know if you're a baker and you run a business, you don't have that option. I completely understand that.
Mhm.
But you just increase your prices.
Right.
Just increase your prices. But I'm telling you, we have backed ourselves in a corner with, oh, we deserve more. And I'm gonna tell you how you fast food workers have put yourself in a fucking rabbit hole because now fast food restaurants are getting innovative and
Mm.
they are finding words to, excuse me, they're finding ways to do the work without you.
Girl,
They're running whole restaurants with like two fucking people inside.
yeah.
Are y'all fucked up now?
I
Y'all
mean, you can
fucked up.
order on the app. You can go into the store and they got the little, I mean, you go into the restaurant, they got the little kiosk right there where you don't even have to
I
go to the
don't deal
counter.
with people at McDonald's anymore. When
Listen, me
Sade
either.
wanted that oh god, what was it that that grimace? It was like the old school
Oh,
character.
yeah, the adult Happy Meal or whatever it was.
Yeah, she wanted that box.
Okay.
So, but you had this, and see, McDonald's is fucking y'all over too, little workers, because you had to order it through the app.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tried to get it, they were like, you can't, you have to order it through here. So that made me download the app.
Right.
Ever since I downloaded the app and I saw how easy it was, like we
Girl.
don't eat here regularly at all. But if we do need something, Sade might go in the morning. It depends on how she feels, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't order on the app for that stuff. But
Right.
if you know, like, oh, I want this, or she's like, I want to make flurry, and I'll order it because you can pay for it and everything.
Yeah. All you gotta do
They
is just
will
tell them
have
you
it.
got the app. You order. You got a mobile order and give them your name and the number and pull right on
And
up.
it's over. And
Mm-hmm.
you go right in, get your stuff, and come on out of
You
there.
ain't gotta deal with
It's-
nobody.
Not dealing with y'all is just, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the
Because
order,
y'all are terrible.
girl, I haven't had one incorrect order. No matter, I think like one time at one restaurant that I went to, one place, it may have been like Panera Bread or something, where the order was wrong. They just like forgot something. But when I order on the app, I haven't had any issues.
Listen. And as we all know, I've been ordering groceries online since 2015. So,
Mm-hmm.
and this was before the whole delivery thing kicked off. We were just ordering them and pulling up to the store, pulling up to Meyer and letting them put it in the bag,
Right.
in a trunk. Like,
Yeah.
you pull up, push that button. Okay, I'll be right out. Groceries
Mm-hmm.
out the trunk. It's in there.
Right.
Like, we've been doing that since way back.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw they said we bring it to your house,
Girl, what was that last week we were recording? You said, hold on, they just delivered the groceries. I cracked. I was like, I know that's right.
like, wait a minute, she had to know. Well, hell no. And then they have an option where if a person shops your order, like maybe it's their first time, you can add them as one of your shoppers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I added Tanisha the first time she came. Tanisha
Mm-hmm.
been shopping our groceries for the past 6
I
deliveries.
know that's right. Give her some
When they
work,
see
honey.
you, they
Yes.
gonna pick
Cause
you.
she gonna get you right.
Listen, because they gonna present it to your shoppers first. The people who you
Who you
save as
select
your
okay.
shoppers, they get first dibs on your order.
I know that's right.
So I always have the same people. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I have told them, look, the door's unlocked. Just open the groceries and put the groceries inside.
Right.
Okay. Nothing. Yeah, I don't know. They ain't gonna pick it right. Shit, they is. I'm gonna tell you right now, they is. And then,
Okay.
like that lady said in that video, after I don't worked all day, you think I'm gonna go to the store and try to pick the right onion or green pepper? No, baby, you on my porch. I don't give a fuck about that. Y'all worried
Okay.
about the wrong shit, okay?
Right.
Your life is stressful enough. Relieve the stress. You've been working all damn day. You think I'm about to sit here and give a fuck about this pepper ain't big enough. Girl, fuck that. Dice it up.
Listen.
It'll be all right.
Listen. Okay.
I'll be tripping.
I mean, just just any excuse to just make you
Just
feel like you ain't doing the
anything.
right thing. It's just what it
Of
is.
course.
Girl.
Girl, please, I wish I would give a damn about a banana. And I have said, I need 4 bananas. Them motherfuckers gonna search for a bunch with 4. Okay?
Okay, listen.
I don't give a damn if I say I need 3 or 2. I'm gonna come back with 2. They gonna give me 2.
Right.
They gonna do whatever you ask them.
Yeah.
And if they ain't got the shit, they got another option where you can say, do you want them to make the best decision or contact and call, text me. Text me. We'll figure it out together.
Listen,
And they tell you the store don't have da 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 da, but they got this. You want that instead? Yes, I do. Yep.
okay.
Y'all crazy. It's like,
Listen,
oh,
that's it.
it's that control. Like people cannot relinquish
I
control.
think I never thought about that. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
love if we have such controlling natures.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna promise you something. I was raised by a woman who was a control freak and
Mhm.
still is to this day. Having control causes a great deal of anxiety.
mm.
Not being able to release the what ifs. What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? You've got to release that from your life
Mm.
and just go with what happens and say,
And you can
listen,
tell who it's hard to do that. Who
yes,
finds that hard to do. You can definitely
I
tell.
hate to say this because I don't know how y'all feel about, Christianity and all that stuff, but you have got to release that. The Bible says, though you slay me, yet will I trust you. So
Mhm.
just whatever happens, it may seem like it's bad, but just trust.
Right.
We have really bad trust issues.
Oh yeah.
Having bad trust issues brings on a need to control everything.
Mhm.
That need to control is causing you anxiety. And anxiety is keeping people away from you because they don't want to deal with your ass. It is a trickle. Watch how those chains are connected.
Girl,
You
that's
will be the
true.
person who's unfucking invited because they're gonna be like, oh, she gonna be doing this. I don't probably want to do that shit. That's how they feel about you.
Oh yeah. Oh, here she come with that
Like, oh,
controlling
never
spirit.
her. She gonna be complaining about everything.
Mhm.
That shit is all anxiety. Like, relax.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life, y'all. Do we see how people are dying and the shit that's happening?
Listen, and somebody posted that the other day. That's funny that you said that because I was going to repost it, but I think you know how when you refresh your feed and on accident
Oh,
and
no, that's
then it's gone. So, but somebody did say that they were just like, and it may have been a comment that I was looking at. I rarely read comments on posts, but for some reason I was drawn to these comments or whatever. But I can't remember exactly what the post was about, but one of the comments that stuck out to me was how they said something like, you would be a much happier person if you just minded your business. They said you would live longer. I mean they
Maybe we is preaching, Nana. Maybe we is.
I mean, and I told you we preaching on here.
Maybe we is preaching.
Nana had it right, honey. She said, Nana said, what y'all doing, preaching or singing? Both.
Hey,
Both,
that lady
Nana.
asked me. Let me tell that lady asked me. I said, we getting ready to record the podcast. Girl, what kind of cast is you saying? I said, it's a radio show, Nana. Oh, I'm gonna have to turn that off. You can't. It's on the internet. It's on the internet. Oh, I'm gonna have to come over there and hear what you say. I said, no, no, What y'all doing? Preaching or singing? Preaching or singing? How are those the only two options though?
Cause that's all it is. That's all that she says that you need to be
Hey,
talking about.
thank you, God. And then gonna tell me, I said, no, you don't want to hear what we talk about. Oh, well then you don't need to be saying it.
There it
I
is.
and that's that. I said, yes, ma'am. We're gonna nip this in the bud right now. Don't say
That's
it.
it.
I said, yes, ma'am.
That's it.
What else? I'll say, y'all. What
Ain't nothing else to
else?
say after that.
Girl, but that right there is a word you just said.
Listen.
Why your damn bitch?
Yeah, they said you would be much happier, you would live longer, you would eat better. I mean, they were going. I mean, it was like a list of things, and I
You
wanted to screenshot that
know,
so bad. Just the comment, I wanted to
you
screenshot
know
it.
what that little girl said in that back seat. I tell people this all day long when she was putting her seatbelt on. Her daddy said, "Do you need some help?" She said, "Worry about yourself."
Worry about yourself.
I say that all day. Worry about
From
yourself.
the mouth of babes, listen to them.
Listen. She said, "No, thank you. Do you need help? No, thank you.
Hmm.
You just drive."
And she
And
kept
she told
telling
me,
them,
"Just drive. Worry about
"Yeah,
yourself."
I got this. Worry about yourself."
Listen. Worry about yourself. And but you know what? We also have become. We've become such people pleasers. Now
Hmm.
I'm speaking for myself.
Hmm.
We've become such people pleasers that we are worried about people in a way like, oh, I want to make sure they're okay. I want to make sure okay. Bitch, make sure yourself is okay.
Right. Take care of
Let's do that.
yourself.
Not even on no being nosy shit or like that, but you just want to be everybody's savior because
Mhm.
nobody ever saved you.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
Come on, word.
You can't save everybody. Save yourself.
Mhm.
You've been putting a life jacket, and I'm talking to myself now. You've
Yeah.
been putting a life jacket on other motherfuckers for years. Bitch, put it on you.
Mm.
Put it on you. And then somebody else need to hear that too.
Oh yeah.
Bitch, put it around yourself and kick your legs and save your damn self.
Yeah, I'm the bitch. I'm the other person that needs to hear. Like seriously, like, we
Like it's time out. That's what the focus. Every year I try to have a theme for wellness and women. Like my life has been so fucking crazy. I
mhm.
have I have negated, putting time into it like I did last year.
Same, same.
But
Yeah.
that is the theme. Bitch, save yourself.
Mhm.
For all the women who follow wellness and women, that is your theme for 2023. Save me. Shit. You save
Mhm.
your damn self. Make you the me.
Yeah.
You need to just worry about you. Because what has worrying about them got you?
Right.
They still doing crazy shit. They still doing whatever they want to do. They still disregarding how you feel. They still putting themselves first.
Mhm.
Hear about that. They are still the primary concern in their lives. So when you gonna be the primary concern in yours?
Listen.
Baby, I done said a word. I did preach now.
You did. You did. Nana be proud, honey.
The doors of the church is open, honey.
It is
I gave
Sunday.
my word.
We are recording on
Oh, and it is
Sunday.
Sunday. And it is Sunday. Hallelujah.
Okay.
Pray from
Oh,
Jay-Z said Psalms 151, the book of Hope.
listen.
But
I
what else
mean,
do we have to talk about? We
okay.
have
So,
Kyrie.
yeah, we had to, because and the only okay, there's so much to unpack with this whole thing, but the two things that I really want to focus on that I know that you wanted to talk about it. But one of the biggest things that
First, let's start with what happened.
okay, yeah, let's start what happened, then we'll break it. Okay. So, I didn't watch the video.
I didn't watch the video, but
Yeah.
so basically, Tyree, and right now I need to know his last name. Is it Hill or am I making that up?
I
Hold on.
think it's Nick. Is it Nichols?
Nick Nichols, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Hold on.
apologize for that, but there's just so much
It's
shit going
Nichols. It's
on.
Nichols. I just typed it into Google.
Okay.
Came up immediately.
Okay.
So, Tyree Nichols is a black man who was pulled over by two Memphis police officers. And during this traffic stop, it is alleged that an altercation occurred and he fled from the scene. Not in his vehicle, he fled on foot. Now, from people who have watched the video, because I have not watched it,
Right.
during this chase, he is said to, you could hear him calling out for his mother,
Mm.
like during the chase, the running. So one person said, and I didn't look into this and I don't know, that he may or his mother may have lived close to the area where the traffic stop occurred because he was like running and calling out to her as if he thought they could hear him. Like,
Mm.
like they may have been close in the area.
Right.
Um, and due to the altercation that ensued between he and the police officers, which five have been arrested, but I have heard people who watched the video say that there looked to be eight officers on the scene.
Yeah, they said there were more, and they said they think one of them was white.
He was the
Okay.
one who was involved in the traffic stop. He was white.
Okay.
The
Okay.
white. It was a white cop and a black cop who pulled
Right.
him
That pulled
over,
him over initially.
and so five of the eight have been charged in his death because during the altercation, he was hurt severely, severely beaten, and not given medical attention in a timely manner, which then led to him being in the hospital in critical condition, where 3 days later, excuse me, 3 days later, he succumbed to his injuries. So that is the issue that we are discussing now.
Right. So the first place I want to go with this, which is the biggest thing that I think is a huge problem, and what brought this on now. There have been all these conspiracy fit theories that he was having an affair with the one of the officers' wives or girlfriends, and then there's another. I've heard like about
I
three.
hear people say that the beating seemed personal.
Yeah, the
I
beating
didn't
seemed
hear any
personally.
theories behind it,
Mm-hmm.
but the first thing my niece asked me, I don't know if she had even seen the video yet,
Mm-hmm.
but because she knew he was beaten so severely, she was like, "Do you think they knew him?"
Right. And that's why I think all these but watch the conspiracy theories because
Yeah, I'm not saying it's true.
yeah.
But I
No,
think
no, we're not saying no,
his
that's
his friends would have said, "Oh, that's so and so husband." Like they would
right.
somebody would have known by now.
Yeah. And it could have been, and we're not saying that it couldn't been, but you got all these TikTokers and everything like that. Just watch what you repost, because his family is out here watching everything. But the thing that I really want to focus on, and this happens across the board, not just with the police, not just with law enforcement, I see it all the time, but institutionalized anti blackness.
Mm,
And I got that phrase from a YouTuber I watch, Calvin Michaels.
mhm,
And I was just like, wow. So I watched his video and I was always thinking of a name for it.
mhm.
Like when you're
Well, how did he explain it? Like, what is it?
So basically, institutionalized anti blackness is when you're in an environment where you are basically taught that black people are the the bad guy constantly.
Well,
And
that's every police force in America.
yeah, and but it's not just that, it's just like also you have
Education, because I've
education.
heard white teachers say that they're afraid of black students.
Mhm. Yeah. So I mean it's all over the place, and it's just like when you just have this perception that black is bad or whatever, and then you're black and you're in
That's
these.
the United States of America, if we
Yeah,
really think about it. The
it
country
is.
was built on that.
Yeah.
The country was built on slavery. So
Mhm.
everything that's black in this country is wrong.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how many times they cornrow their hair. I
Mhm.
don't care how many baggy clothes, because that's supposed to be the clothing style of blacks.
Right.
I don't care how much they adopt our quote unquote culture.
Mhm.
They don't like y'all. They don't like us.
And
And I get
what do
sick of
we
telling
always
them that
say?
they hate us.
Everybody wants to be black, but they don't want to be black. That is a true statement. You want the culture. You want what did Jesse Williams say? They want our rhythm, but not our blues.
But listen, what did Stephanie Mills tell them on that show? They want R&B. They just don't want it from us.
That's it.
They want everything black people have. They just don't want black people to
Mm,
give it.
mm-hmm. And it gets ingrained in people. You see it from. I mean, if you're black and you grow up in a predominantly white environment, and you're hearing, I don't care even if it could be from your household, it could be from your friends, it could be from their parents who have trickled down to their children. You're hearing everything black, and then you're hearing that, but you're not like them. So I guarantee these police officers, there was a picture, let me say, there was a picture of there probably were there are two cops in the car. One was white, one was black, two men. And they had their hands up and they had written on their hands, the black guy had an arrow towards the white guy saying his life matters, and the white guy had on his hand my life matters or something like that. So basically now white cops are the victims. So for
Okay,
you to feed in, girl, I mean it's just it's
this,
so.
so this is the issue I have. Just of course the same issue that every black person I think in America who saw that.
Mhm.
Every black person on the globe, no matter what country you're in.
Mhm.
Because listen, and I say this all the time, I have been sick since Philando Castile lost his life.
Mm.
That never ever. I haven't been able to go back to a normal feeling since then.
Right.
Um, 'cause there was so many. It like this is crazy. You know, here he is, a hardworking black man who
Mhm.
has a job for the city, which means he's for the public school system.
Mhm.
He is a public employee, just like you, police officer,
Right.
with a child in the back seat, with a legal documentation to carry a firearm.
That he told you about.
And even still, you killed him.
Mhm.
That thing never I've never been right since then. So I don't like to watch videos.
Right.
Um it was just, to traumatize a child that way.
Yeah.
Traumatize his woman. It just I so the thing that really so we already had it ingrained.
Mhm.
Scared of the police. Everybody know that. Like it ain't
Yeah.
no secret. Black men, black people don't want to have confrontations with the police.
Mhm.
But we're especially afraid of white police officers. Like we're not going to act like this is a secret. It's well known. Any police officer that's not black, we're terrified.
Oh yeah.
This took the 2% of comfortability that we had in this country.
Mhm.
It snatched it from us.
And I was just getting ready to say
Because
that because they feel like that they can, if they did this to a black man. Now say he would have survived, but they weren't thinking that at that moment because five big ass police officers on this skinny kid, you
y'all knew
know,
y'all was gonna kill him. I'm not even about to sit here and say y'all thought. Y'all can use that shit as a defense if you want to, but you're not going to get me to
to
believe
do all
that
that and think that
thought you were
you
going
weren't
to
going
be able to punch
listen,
somebody and
listen.
kick and do all that shit to somebody and they weren't going to die. If
Yeah.
you thought that, they should have fired y'all's ass because y'all stupid.
Right,
That's
but they
first.
thought that they could get away with it. And that's what happens
So
to a lot of black people is that regardless of what we do, this is just another black man and we can get away with it because we're
because you are the police force, that's why you
mhm.
thought.
Yeah.
I don't even think it has anything to do with like color. The only color that it has to do with is blue.
Mhm.
You motherfuckers think once y'all get on the police force that they're going to treat you like they treat the other boys on the police force. No,
Exactly.
y'all
Yep.
just some niggas on the police force. I don't know who told y'all that. I don't know what made you think that. Well, because y'all the blue wall of silence and y'all think these is my brothers. They're not, idiot.
Mm-mm.
And guess how they just proved it to you? Because
Right.
they put y'all five black asses on the news and we ain't seen one picture of a white boy.
Mm-mm. Not one.
We just know he was there, and I bet he the one who told on y'all black asses.
Oh yeah.
I bet he the one who raised concern
Mhm.
because y'all was trying to hide it.
Yep.
So y'all got up there, and guess what I told my mother? I said, "What's the real concerning issue is this: when a white police officer does some shit like this to a black man, we don't even see the damn tape for a year.
No.
First problem.
Mm-mm.
Second problem is he be on desk duty for 6, 7, 8 months. He'll
Exactly.
be in his paycheck before they even fire him. If
Mhm.
if they fire him.
Right.
So what this proves to me where the real racism is at is right in the damn police force. And
Mhm.
that's what y'all black asses get.
Exactly.
Because they fired your ass in a day and you was arrested the next day.
And charged.
And that's what you get.
Mhm.
That's what you
Thank
get.
you.
So that's what they black asses get. I
Yeah.
don't feel sorry for them because, and it is a blatant case of racism within the police force. Now
Mhm.
let's be clear about that. If this was any other situation and y'all did this shit to a white boy, y'all would have a case against your job
Oh
because
yeah.
the proper protocol was they probably should have put you on death duty. They
Mhm.
probably should have went through all the steps that they would go through if you was white.
Right. While they're investigating it, you're on quote unquote desk duty, getting
But
paid.
the fact that y'all did that shit to a black man, that's what y'all black asses get. Because
Mhm.
y'all looked at somebody who looked like you, stupid. He looked like you.
Mhm.
And damn near shit. I can't even say you damn near tried to kill him. You did
You
kill him.
did kill him. Yeah.
And I heard the dispatch tape before I eat. I'm not watching the video.
Mhm.
I heard the dispatch tape, and they need to get that bitch off the dispatch too and send her ass packing because she was on the dispatch tape whispering, "Check his wife.
See.
Y'all ain't shit."
Yeah,
And
it's
then
all
you took
within.
the safety of a city that black folks love.
Mhm.
When black folks move and you want to be somewhere, Nashville,
Mhm.
Jackson, Charlotte, Atlanta. Those are cities that black people go to because we feel comfortable there.
Right.
You took that from us. Don't
Mhm.
nobody want to come to Memphis?
No, cuz
Because
it's
five black men just beat the shit out of a black man and killed him. But let me tell y'all why y'all ain't gonna get away with it. Because it's a black woman in charge.
oh yeah.
Y'all going to the bank. So y'all might as well
Oh,
get to get y'all's commissary
exactly.
request together.
Line up everybody, get your books, to put money on your books and everything because y'all going
Let me
down.
tell you. Because y'all going to prison. I don't know why you think you ain't,
I mean,
but you going to prison.
and
Because there's gonna be some black people on that jury. Y'all going to prison.
oh yeah, in Memphis, hell yeah. Yeah, y'all going, yeah, y'all going down.
That's what y'all get. Because
Exactly.
y'all got around them white boys and thought we can do the same thing. I
Mhm.
know the first 48 cops gotta be like these motherfuckers.
Oh, you already know.
I
You
know they
already know. Just
I did after
stupid.
all the shit we did to make Memphis positive.
Mhm.
These bastards gonna come in here and tear up our good name.
I hope Caroline Mason comes in there and
You
rips
know, so
y'all.
y'all, man, I told my mom, I said, I know my baby daddy is somewhere disgusting. Was
Honey.
it Tony Mullins? Was that his
Yeah,
name?
yeah, that was his name, yep.
Oh, man,
Or that
I
is
love
his
it.
name, yeah.
Oh my God.
And I
I
think
miss
they're
my
lieutenants now, if I'm not mistaken.
because Officer Mullins left the police force and he went to be in charge of police at the the hospital, like at the children's
Oh,
hospital. They
okay.
listen, baby, when I say I'm stalking him, I'm stalking. I know where he at. Don't worry. I know exactly where he is, honey. So, listen,
Yes.
I was like, damn, I know my baby daddy is disgusting.
Oh
This
yeah.
shit.
Oh, oh, he's done. Cause he played no games. That was the perfect tag team right there.
I loved him.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so heartbroken.
Yeah,
I,
that, I
I,
mean,
I I knew I wasn't going to watch the tape
mhm.
when they was in that church and his mama was standing up at that podium and the white man was like explaining some of the stuff from the tape.
Mhm.
It was like, oh, it was the groans that she let out.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna be able to
Oh
do it.
no. Mm-mm.
I don't want to, y'all. I understand, but you know what? This also made me feel like
What's
this
that?
country's so damn nosy.
Oh
Y'all
yeah.
supposed to know every damn thing. I wish it could go back to the '90s where where shit just was quiet and
Yeah.
everything was secret. And when your
Mhm.
government clearance really meant something. Shit,
Exactly.
government clearance barely don't mean shit now
It don't
because
mean nothing.
they're telling every damn thing. Like it's whistleblowers and hackers and
Yeah. It don't
what's
mean
y'all
it don't mean nothing unless you're on my level. When you get hired and you got the same clearance, you know, because if I were to do any of the shit that anyone else has done, oh, I union or not, I'd be out of there and
and when I
probably in
say
jail.
don't mean nothing, I mean like ain't nothing secret. Like
Mm-mm.
it ain't no reason for the damn clearance at this point
Basically,
because they telling everything.
everything.
Just like the shit that happened with the document. I just don't think because y'all gotta remember, it's not just us watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
Putin was his name. He
Yeah.
can see the TV. The
Listen,
the Chinese man, like we telling, we tell too much.
everything.
We tell everything. And but see, again, we didn't grow up like that, so
Right. So it's
they
weird.
think it's normal. But it's
Yeah.
very like we cringe at stuff like that. Like why
And
y'all gotta tell everything? Just like with her telling that Diddy be peeing on her and all
I
that shit. Like,
mean,
how the fuck do y'all gotta? It ain't him that look gross, bitch. You look
yeah,
crazy.
you look crazy. That's not cute.
A man gonna do anything you allow him to do.
Mm-hmm. And if that's the
Like,
way that you feel like you need to keep them, girl, keep that shit to yourself.
I mean, but okay, let's just say this because I had this conversation with somebody else. And what if this man is into you? What if
Mm-hmm.
he really does like you and it's no like that's just his thing.
Right.
That's what he likes intimately.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people feel the need to share what happens behind their bedroom doors with the public?
Exactly. And as loose as his ass is, there's some chick out there that's going to be like, oh, I'll take a golden shower in a second if that's what he likes to do,
I
and
mean,
hit him.
and I'm not even really just talking about him, but like all of us. I mean, you hear people on all different type of podcasts explaining. They said, like, why?
Like, why do y'all do that?
So, what is sacred in your life? That's
Nothing.
what I want to know.
Everything is for, like I always say, I get this from my people on YouTube that I watch. Everything is for a click and a view. That's it.
Oh,
You would rather,
y'all will sell y'all damn soul.
basically, that's exactly where I was. You would rather have people, click on your video and watch your video, and you'd rather go viral for saying or doing the most ridiculous shit out here than having your dignity.
Hmm.
I just don't get
These
it.
people just, it's weird.
It's very weird, and that's why, like, growing up in the 90s, in the 80s and the 90s, and even in the early 2000s, before the internet really, took off to like where it is now, when we were growing up into our young adulthood, that's why things like the OJ Simpson trial, even his chase before the trial, like when things big like that would happen, President Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, when things like
Right.
that happened, we were like, who is in here telling shit? You know what I mean? Because that was like
Oh, because
crazy
like
to us.
snitching, like telling was like a big no.
Yeah,
Like you didn't do
you did
that.
not
You
do that.
cooperate with the police.
Mhm.
Like it's just you didn't turn state's informant.
No.
We respect stuff like that. Like y'all respect like in the words of my grandmother, you spill your guts. Just tell
Mhm.
your guts. Like
Yeah.
I don't tell everything.
Nothing is
I told
sacred.
a young lady that on TikTok.
Mhm.
I was watching her video, just randomly watching it, and she was getting ready for a date. And she said that she was so she's talking to multiple guys, right?
Mhm.
One guy, I guess he likes her, like so they're talking regularly. And so he just asked her, well, like, what are you doing tonight? And she said, oh, I'm getting ready to go on a date. And he kind of course, his energy kind of changed, like, what?
You're
She's
like,
like,
"Wait a minute."
she's like, well, we just started to get to know each other. Was I supposed to lie to him? And this is that. Like, I just didn't think, I should lie. I should be honest. I saw under that comment, and y'all know I don't really be getting into motherfuckers' comments like that. But I told her everything is not everybody's business. I said people ask me all day long, "What you doing? What you doing?" And I say nothing every time
Every time.
because it's not none of their business.
Mhm.
It don't matter what I could be doing. I'm still gonna say nothing. I could be in the middle of doing something. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. What's up? I said, just because you don't have to share. I said, and you just said yourself, you just met him 2 days ago.
Right.
Why did you feel the need to tell him that?
Yeah.
Keep some things private. Like, y'all just, so, and it's so funny we're talking about this. This morning, I was thinking to myself, who even has a private life anymore?
Exactly.
Whose life is private? Like I don't even think so. Like I feel bad for celebrities. That's where my mind was going because
Mhm.
I was like, celebrities don't even have a private life. Like
No,
that's
everything they
what-
do, everything they go through personally, whatever, it has to be out here for everybody's entertainment. They're constantly entertainers even when it's into their personal life.
that's sad.
It is. It
It
really
would
is.
drive you crazy.
Mhm.
It would drive you really crazy. Like
Yeah, I don't know how a lot of them deal with it, and then it's and you hate to say it, but you see why some of them do die from alcoholism and drug
yeah,
overdoses and things like that because
there's
some of them
no place of solitude.
no, and that's their only solitude. You can
Um,
take Michael Jackson, and the only time he felt, he couldn't go to sleep, and the one thing that he wanted the most was sleep, is what killed him that we know
um,
of, But
yeah, I think that is true though.
yeah, and it's just like
Mhm.
it's sad. It really is sad, and I would not want that at all.
Like they say, I take the money, y'all keep the fame.
That's it. Give me the
That's
money, but y'all can have all that other shit. I don't need
all
nobody to know about it.
I have. I
Girl.
mean, you just don't have a private life.
No. And I
That is just
yeah,
crazy.
that would drive me crazy right there. I'd be on something because that's one thing that I really do enjoy is my privacy.
Mhm.
So and that's why I just sit there and I just kind of shake my head at people who, and I mean, that's your business, but I still shake my head because I just I can't comprehend why you want all your business out there. And especially the people who want all their business out there, they'll tell everything, but they don't want to be judged for it. Girl, bye. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm so sick of people. That's a whole nother show,
Hey,
girl.
that is so true because I just said to my friend, I said, and this is what I was like, when people be putting these pictures on social media, like, hey, you trying to show your body and your
Mm-hmm.
it's showing people all your business.
That-
Like, so what happens like when the guys get in your DM? Like, do you be like, do you be going on dates with them men? Like,
Right.
like, 'cause listen,
Or you just telling your girls like, "Girl, I got 500 comments," or like I had 20
yeah,
niggas in
like,
my
is it just for
DM.
brag rights?
Probably.
Like, what is it for? Like,
I don't.
child,
Attention.
listen, them little 4 DMs I get, that's enough. I know. Oh, where is he? It's my skin. I
That's
don't want
it.
me. I don't want to be seen by this world. This world freaks me out. Like, oh,
Girl, I can't. I just
cringes. It makes you
it
cringe.
does. I can't. I don't understand. I will never comprehend that. I'm sorry. I just will never. And those of
Me
you
and
who
my
do
friend
it,
talk about it all the time. Like, and like I said, she is like drop dead gorgeous. Like,
mhm.
and she's trying to like come out of that and like start to take pictures and make reels and stuff. But it's just we didn't come from that where you
Right.
shared your entire life with people.
Yeah.
You just don't do that. Like it's
Right. And then people get offended when you don't want to tell them stuff. I'm just like, it ain't your business.
like like where are we at? Why do you care so much? Then you look like the feds. See, that's how I know we got two different types of because then you look like, why you want to know? Like, why you give a fuck? Like,
Right.
you're the police.
Then
That's the
I'm
first thing people used to ask you, like, damn nigga, you the police? Like,
listen, that's it. Like, damn, why? I mean, like who you trying to ask this for? You or
you
you?
work for? Like, what's up?
I mean, you the cops, you the feds. So like, what's going
Like,
on here?
chill. Like, why you ask so many fucking questions?
We just
Like, that
didn't do
shit,
that.
feel like you weird me out. Like,
Yeah, it's very like I mean that's the word forever for eternity is y'all are weird.
yeah.
That's the phrase I should say, not the
Like,
word.
hmm.
Girl,
It's just like, oh,
it's a lot.
okay, you're doing that. Stay away from me. Stay over there. God bless you. Because I don't want no parts of that.
None of it. Y'all can
Ugh.
keep it, but I am gonna watch. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
say. I'm
watch.
gonna
No,
watch. Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, did you see what happened? Did you see so post that? Like, girl, they going crazy.
Okay.
I literally did just ask my friend that because this girl put it wasn't like it wasn't natural. And then the pictures don't be natural. That was what it
Mhm.
was. It just was so posed, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what do you do? Like, is you trying to get a date with
Right.
somebody?
And then when you finally do get I I know we're going over, but Amber Rose. So
Oh,
she thinks she's hurting society by saying that she's never going to date again or whatever, or something like that. Girl, look who you were attracting.
baby, about 50, 11 men.
I
Had it,
mean,
that had it PUSSY. Don't nobody want it.
I'm so sick of
It's
people.
tired. It needs a break.
It
Anytime I
does.
see women who be stopping that thing around, what's the first thing I say? Baby, put that thing on pause. That thing need a break. It need rest.
Right. Leaves, and that's the other thing too. Leave something to the imagination. Because all these men out here or women, whoever, your preference is, whatever, you're out here showing every damn thing. So when you do find somebody, they're gonna be like, well, damn, they're not gonna have no surprises. Like, well, damn, I done seen everything you can do. I done seen all you got.
Listen, ladies, look at her. Look at what Amber Rose saying, because this y'all God. This
Mm-hmm.
is the woman who y'all let tell y'all that slut shaming and being naked, the slut walk. This is who y'all let drag y'all down this hallway.
Yep.
Okay? Now, your other homegirl over here, Megan the Stallion, said she is sad because her boyfriend is embarrassed by all her sexual escapades.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all still let these people keep telling y'all be a hoe. be this, be that.
Yep.
Screw whoever you want to screw.
And then look.
Y'all gonna have to. But look at the two people who y'all let take y'all down
Mhm.
this road. They both sad
I was just getting ready to say that. Look at
by
what
the
they ended up
decisions that
at.
they have made
Yep.
and the decisions they're telling you to make too.
Mhm.
And look at their lives and look how sad they are
Right. And that's who you want to
because it's not a good thing to do.
right. That's who you want to model yourself after. Okay. Y'all going to be some miserable
I mean,
beaches.
listen, because they're both sad.
Mhm.
Like, she's embarrassed by the fact that her boyfriend is embarrassed by all the stuff that she's done sexually. Well, of
Right.
course, because no man wants to be with a woman who's been slutted out. Stop
Mhm.
letting them do, stop letting these girls tell you that it's okay.
Right.
It is not. It is not.
It's not.
And then when you get a man who do that, he gonna sexually objectify you for the rest of y'all relationship
Mhm.
until y'all get old and gray.
Yep. And then he's just going to move on to the next person and you're going to be the
He
one
gonna be
lonely.
like, he gonna just be old talking about come here. Put your balls on me. Right. He gonna sexually objectify you that whole dang on
That
relationship.
is so damn true.
Like, then what Bernie Mac said, I got to give hints, I got to give clues.
Okay.
Come on, lay your head right here. Like, that's who this kind of old man he gonna be. Like,
Yeah.
but you gotta make him respect you from the he gotta like hold you to some regard. My God,
Mhm.
y'all just showing coochie everywhere.
Everywhere for
Man,
everyone to see. I don't get it. I don't
the
understand.
men are really weird. Because it used to be a day when men was like, don't be looking at my woman.
Yeah.
Men used to be like, hey, you better put some clothes on.
Yeah.
Now it's like, men just be like, yeah,
Showing you
yeah.
what what I got. You know what I mean? Like this is me right here,
So you're comfortable with other men seeing your woman's
Yeah.
body.
To make you feel better.
Wouldn't make me feel good as a woman.
Yeah.
That's like he might as well just show your naked pictures to everybody else.
That's it. That's where we at right now.
He probably might be. He might
Hey,
be. Who
I
knows?
mean,
The
mm,
little boys is doing it,
yeah.
so he might be.
Oh yeah.
What is your husband?
Look at what she had on last night. And then look.
Boobs all out.
Yeah.
That's your, that's your husband, honey. I love him.
I'm so damn sick of people.
Oh God, we sound like two just.
Old biddies.
Really,
I don't give a shit. I'm tired of people.
I mean,
I
people
don't
really
care.
get on your nerves.
I mean, and I know I do some effed up stuff, but damn, I don't put it out there for everybody. Shit. And when
Yeah,
I
well,
did, I should say, because I don't do nothing now, but when I did, whew. But I didn't put it out there for nobody, for their, for their enjoyment and consumption. So shit.
I left all my ways on the college campus.
That's it.
All my drinking. I left all that on the campus.
Right, girl.
And I probably for a couple years as an adult. But for the most part, I was married by 27, so
Right.
to a reverend. So
Yeah. And I was just tired. I was
but
just like, you know what? I mean, because, we were clubbing, in our teenage years.
at
So,
18,
I
the day
mean,
me and Tamara turned 20, excuse me, the day me and Tamara turned 18, mind you, we were still in high school.
mm hmm.
We went to the edge.
Mm hmm.
It was a Thursday. I'll never forget it because that's the day you went to the edge.
Yep.
God, what a wonderful time to be alive.
Listen.
'Cause I'm thinking about the places we parked. They should have told us shit. Like,
I
we
mean,
was on campus.
listen,
You was blessed to find a parking space.
for
We'd be
one.
parking behind the building,
Hmm.
parking by
Yeah,
dumpsters.
because back then they didn't have garages on campus. They did, but it was like in campus. You know what I mean? Like if you were on High Street or something like that, good luck finding a space. Like you said, you had to park by a dumpster. You were in a damn alley somewhere.
Yeah, we was. We was in the alley, like parking by dumpsters,
Yeah.
running around to the front of the club, like, oh God, hurry up.
Mhm.
But we were fine.
Yep.
18.
Girl, listen.
Machiavelli.
We did some shit.
Oh my God, Lord.
And no,
That's why I don't know. And so you know what I be wondering? We really gotta go for real. But you know what I be wondering for real?
what's that?
'Cause you know that we enjoyed 18 and enjoyed 19 and 20 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see, I love y'all before I say this. Then to see the people we went to high school with doing real crazy shit,
I
I
don't
be thinking like,
understand.
wasn't you enjoying yourself when we was enjoying ourselves?
Right. What were you doing
What the
back
fuck
then?
what you doing? Why you so crazy now?
And if you were enjoying your time like we were and doing shit, why are you still doing it now?
Like you ain't tired?
I mean,
You ain't felt like, woo child, I done had that fun. I
cuz
had that fun back in the
listen,
day.
I was exhausted by 30, 31. I was done. I was just like, "You know what? Like I mean, I would go out every
I
now
was
and then,
killing
but
of
my
course. I was
clubbing
killing
days were over. I'm sorry."
look, I was on my second life. Shit.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, because I was getting a divorce by then, I think.
Mhm. Girl, but it was just a different time and we
Yeah, I
didn't
don't know what happened with them.
I don't either.
I've seen too many people my age like naked, like
Yeah.
pictures in their panties, and I'm like, what happened?
Like what happened to you? What?
What was you doing when we was in school?
Right.
Like that always baffles me.
Yeah.
Like I thought we was all at the same place. I
Right. I mean,
saw you there.
I've seen some of y'all.
I think we was all at the same basketball games. We was all at the
Right.
same football games. We was all at the same parties on the east side.
Yeah.
We was all at the same
I
place.
mean,
Same cheerleading competition, same drill team competition,
skating rink,
same prom
wherever.
down there, same skating rink.
Yeah. The
I'm
thing
trying to figure out what happened.
I don't understand.
Where did we go wrong?
Some people just can't let it go.
Oh, I just thought we enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, we
You
ain't
know?
had no camera phones, no
Oh,
evidence. Y-
child, it was the best, freest time of your
Listen,
life.
if you did have a camera, them pictures weren't coming out clear because there was no flash on them little instant cameras.
Oh,
You
I
forgot to
was
pull up the
watching that
flash.
king. I was watching the Kings of Comedy. It came on Bounce one night,
Mm-hmm.
the other night, and Cedric was in that radio station with that yellow disposable camera, like, hit, just
Yes.
rolling that. I was like, dang, them was the days right
Those were the
there.
days. You snap that
Them was
picture,
the days.
they ain't got a clue.
My mama would randomly, I be like, Mama, can you buy me a camera?
Right.
It was like $14 for the one with the flash.
Yeah, the one with the
The
flash.
one without
Yeah.
the flash was like $9.
That's why
You
a lot
get
of
that
people
little
didn't have the
camera,
flash.
she'll be like, yeah, here. Ooh, I bring that boy to
Oh,
school.
we were
That's
always snapping pictures.
yup. That's how I got all the pictures of everybody.
Yeah, I got like photo albums full of pictures, and then, like not too long ago, I found like a couple rolls of film that weren't developed yet. I was like, where the hell did these come from? So
Oh, God.
I was like, they might not come out good. I don't even know what I did with them, but I still got a couple rolls, and they had to be from that time because I
Yep.
wasn't snapping any
You
pictures
that
really in
little
college or
I was
nothing.
scared of 35 millimeter cameras because you had to touch that film. You had
Listen,
to load it just right and them
yeah,
up. Yeah. I always was like, just let me get a disposable
yeah, yeah. That's why I started using them after a while, and I was just like, you know
camera.
what? Because I've always been into taking pictures and stuff. So I had like, I had the camera and things like that. But like you said, if you didn't, it was a lot. It was a lot of work. So if you just had,
Yeah.
when the disposable came out, I was like, okay, cool. We just
My
put it
mother
in
was
there.
really into pictures, so every camera we got disposable. I
Mm-hmm.
have had cameras since I was a little kid when
Yeah.
you had to buy the little flash thing and put it on the top,
Mm-hmm.
and and every time you took a flash, the bulb would blow out.
Yeah.
I had one of them cameras. Like I
Yes.
have been taking pictures my whole life. We had the 35 millimeter. I was always scared to use that. Then we had the digital cameras.
Mm-hmm.
We have always taken pictures in this
Yep.
goddamn
Now I sold my digital cameras, but I found like one of my first Polaroid cameras, and I actually have it. I'm looking at it right now. I have it like on display in my office,
Yeah.
and then
I still have mine, but it's up in a thing, like up in the
yeah,
tubs where my Nintendo is.
yeah. And then I don't know if y'all remember, but there was a camera that came out. I want to say it was like I got it for Christmas one year, and I still got it right here. Yeah, like I found that too. Um, it was like the first camera that ran off a disc, it was a disc that you
Oh, that it
yeah.
looked like it looked like the little thing you put in your phone, but it's
Yeah.
bigger.
Yep.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
mm.
And I got that camera. I don't have the disc isn't in there anymore, so I don't obviously I didn't keep up with it, but yeah, I got
Well,
that
you can
camera.
they probably sell them somewhere.
Oh
You can use that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was just like, we had to
Great,
work. You couldn't
great.
just pull out your phone. We had to have, the camera with us at all time, honey, to snap
That
some
was a
pictures.
great
Those were the
oh,
days, girl. Those were the
happy
days.
down memory lane. Okay, I got a song for everything. Let me stop. All right.
All
I'm
right,
telling
y'all.
you,
So yeah,
no
so we're glad to have ended this show on, a more
positive note.
yeah,
We
so
started off
cuz
pretty sad.
yeah, cuz it was just like we just but like I said, these are things that we really, wanted to talk about.
You have to address them. We
Yeah,
can't just act like it's not happening.
exactly. Yeah. So there's that. So you
That's
want to close us out,
all.
sis?
You guys have an amazing week. Be blessed. And no matter what the sad things that happen around you, find a way to be positive because this world is dealing with sadness every single day.
Mm.
But find a way to dig deep and stay positive. As always, you can reach us at girl underscore you know what. You can also reach us at wellnessandwomen.com and at Wellness and Women on Instagram and DannieBSpeaks. And that's yes, and Danny B Speaks on Instagram as well. From there, you can get to our respective websites and any other projects that we are working on. So, like always, have a great week.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.